Chief Counsel, on the other hand, believes that all of this was unnecessary because documents were sent to members 14 days before Congress.
Now, it is clear from our standing orders that if you disagree with the decision of the ESCO, if you disagree, you would have to submit a counter proposal in writing to the General Secretary. You are here. No member disagreed. No member filed or submitted a counter proposal. You don't come and raise counter proposals on the floor of Congress. That's not what the rules say.
Well, it looks like this Ashanti Gold case may drag well beyond Congress, with Parliament set to also be involved.
At the time when it was being done, I asked a colleague whether the committee in Parliament could not jump into it and try to see if they can save the situation. But already, the stage at which it got to meant the Congress was just waiting to affirm it, and it got affirmed. However, we would want to see how we can still do some boardroom discussions, because when you talk of Ash Gold, it's a big team.
Although former CEO of Ashanti Gold, Kujofiano, believes that the club shot themselves in the foot by not making an appearance at Congress to appeal the decision.
Why I felt so sad was that they should have taken advantage of this Congress, show their faces, even as observers, and then appeal to the conscience of congressmen to assist them. So their absence also didn't help them. But all the same, I think that the door is not closed to them.
One thing is for certain, we may not have had finality on this Ashanti Gold issue, but what we do know is that as things stand ahead of the new season, Ashanti Gold would not be participating in any form of football in Ghana or beyond.
So that was Ore Kwampofo with Ash Gold's issue there. Now, football analyst Seidu Adamu says it's very wrong with the interpretation of the Article 17 of the GFA statutes, and he explains why.
If you look at Article 17, which talks about suspension, 17.2 says a suspension of a member by the Congress requires more than 50% of delegates representing the members present and eligible to vote and 3/4 voting for the suspension. The people that are expected to be in Congress should be more than 50%, and in this case, today we had 120 people coming to Congress, which represented almost 95% of the entire membership. Therefore, out of this 120, you needed 90 of them to vote for Ashanti Gold to be suspended. Therefore, if you look at the number of people that voted for the suspension, which is 67, it defeats the purpose. Even if you want to go further and add those who voted against, it still does not fall under the threshold of 3/4, because 67 plus 17 makes it 84, which means that 84 people voted for and against the motion. But then you cannot add the votes of those who voted against the suspension as part of your analysis. Therefore, 67 does not represent 3/4 of the entire vote, and therefore I believe and think that based on Article 17 to Ashanti Gold is not suspended, and therefore their preliminary suspension by the Executive Council is lifted, and therefore the club can go ahead and register in the respective league that they fall under, because the GFA Congress failed to meet that threshold. And this is not the first time we've been here. I remember in 2013, Hikari FC came into the picture to be voted to be suspended. Same thing happened. The FA could not reach the threshold, and they survived. So I think that Ashanti Gold still remains in Ghana football, and they can register to play in any competition that they fall under.
Well, very interesting times ahead, Seidu Adamu there on the Ashanti Gold suspension issue. Now, Ghana Football Association President Keto Kraku emphasized the need to protect the country's football and prevent its destruction. Speaking at the association's 29th Congress in Kumasi, Okraku expressed his concerns over leaked GFA documents and warned that appropriate sanctions will be taken against those responsible.
Is to show respect to club owners like your good selves, because you deserve the truth. The solution to our football problems is not to forge documents to mislead the public. The solution to our football problems is not to go over to my brothers here from members of parliament with lies. The solution to our football problems is not about NDC and MPP, because football goes beyond political affiliations. If you are interested in leading football, speak football. because our people here know what is football. Our club owners and CEOs here know what football is about. And I know you know what your needs are. You deserve respect. You do not deserve lies. You do not deserve false propaganda. My brothers from Parliament deserve the truth. If you go to them and say, Kurt is MPP, Kurt is NDC, that is not the truth. That's not what they want to hear. They want to hear the problems of football, how football can be made better, and how we can collectively earn from our investments. I am humbled by the opportunity to serve all of you.
Well, so that is from the EFA President, but Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf was present and affirmed the government's quest to improve sports infrastructure in the country.
The government of Ghana have made significant strides in facilitating sports development across our nation. We have witnessed unprecedented investment in infrastructure, policies and programs aimed at nurturing talent and promoting excellence at all the various levels. We remain committed to the growth of sports in Ghana and will continue to provide the necessary resources to foster the thriving sports ecosystem in our country.
So that is from the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf. However, he has charged the FA to restore Ghana's football glory at both national and national team level, and also with the club side. He's not happy about the recent performance of the national teams at various tournaments.
However, infrastructure and financial investment alone cannot guarantee success. We must undergo comprehensive transformation of our football landscape. The Ghana Football Association must take a critical look at the current approach and embrace new vision for the future. Our Premier League clubs have lost their competitive edge in the time to reclaim our position among the African best. The FA, club owners, club administrators, key stakeholders must invest in all aspects of the game to attract more fans into our league centers and regain our prominence in African club competition. Let us develop strategies to make our domestic league more attractive and competitive and financially sustainable.
Well, that is from the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf there. Now let's move away from the GFA Congress. Now, the Ghana National Under-20 team was unable to overcome Burkina Faso in the Under-20 Zone B for WAFU. That is a tournament that is currently ongoing in Cote d'Ivoire. On Monday afternoon, Burkina Faso emerged victorious with a 2-0 win, securing all 3 points. Ghana drew 1-1 against Niger in the opener. Following yesterday's defeat, Ghana must now regroup and strive to defeat the host nation, Ivory Coast, in their final group game. The crucial match between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire is scheduled to take place on Thursday, 13 July. To secure a place in the knockout stage of the tournament, the Black Satellites must achieve nothing short of a victory. Well, very tough times. Now to some transfer news for some Ghanaian players. Turkish Super League side Fenerbahce have secured the signature of Alexander Ciku. The experienced Black Stars defender has been signed on a free transfer after ending his stay in France, where he played for Racing Strasbourg in the last few years. Cicu's departure marks the end of an era for the French side, while heralding a new era of possibilities for the Turkish Giants. Now, there is also Abdul Babarahman, who's also been unveiled by his club side, PAOK Thessaloniki, on a 3-year deal. So Babarahman has also made a move away from Chelsea and goes back to Greece, where he used to play for PAOK Thessaloniki. 3 years he signed there. Now, also away from that, in England, Tottenham Hotspur squad have really enjoyed their first week under manager Ange Postecoglou, according to Michael Bridge, and it is expected that he will hold talks with striker Harry Kane to make sure that he stays on for the next season. So Postecoglou is ready to work with Tottenham Hotspur. Now moving away to some tennis news, and in the Wimbledon, top seed Carlos Alcaraz underlined his status as the man likeliest to stop Novak Djokovic winning another Wimbledon after he defeated Matteo Berrettini in the fourth round. The 20-year-old Spaniard fought back to win 3-6, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3 and reached the SW19 quarterfinals for the first time. Carlos Alcaraz has big ambitions this campaign.
I'm hungry for more, but of course it's something. But yeah, this is something that I really wanted. Last year I lost in the fourth round. I really wanted to play the quarterfinal here. Coming this year with that goal, to get into the quarterfinal. And once I got it, I'm looking for more. This is my dream is to play a final here, to win this title one day. I hope to reach that dream this year, but right now it's great to be in the quarterfinal.
Also, that is from Carlos Alcaraz. Now he will face Denmark's Holger Rune, who won 3-6, 7-6, 8-6, 7-6, 6-3 against Bulgaria's Grigor Dimitrov. Now late bloomer Christopher Eubank knocked out great fifth seed Stefanos Tsitsipas on Monday, reaching the first Grand Slam quarterfinals on his debut at the Wimbledon main draw. Eubank after his win.
I feel like I'm living a dream right now. It's unbelievable. I can't believe this. When it came to really important times, I felt like I executed really clearly and I played well. I felt like I had a little bit of ups and downs, which, you can imagine first time in the fourth round of a slam. DeGrasse and I, we've had a very strenuous, I would say, relationship over the years, but right now I think it's my best friend. I came up clutch when I needed to, man, and this is because of this atmosphere. You guys pushed me to be able to do some incredible. You guys came out in full force to support me today, and I honestly can't put into words what it means. Thank each and every one of you for coming out and for lending your support to me. This has been a dream come true.
Well, so that is it there from Christopher Eubank. So we take a look at the quarterfinal draw, and Carlos Alcaraz will play against Holger Rune, that is number 1, against number 6. Daniel Medvedev, who is ranked number 3, plays against sensation Christopher Eubanks. And also Jannik Sinner, 8 seed, will play against Safi Lane, who's also been excellent on this run. And Andrei Rublev's number 7 seed play against Novak Djokovic, who is the top 2, who is in the top 2, second, and hoping to usurp Carlos Alcaraz. Djokovic on playing against Andrei Rublev.
He's a different player to Hurkacz for sure. He's got a very powerful, very quick ground strokes. Stays close to the line. Obviously, one of the best forehands in the game. Loves to dictate. I'm not going to talk too much about tactics. Sorry, I'll probably try to keep it for myself. But obviously, I have to be ready that the matches are only going to get harder. Tough to say that it's going to get harder than what I have experienced yesterday and today, but I have to be ready for that. Rublev has been a top 10 player for many years, and he's looking for his first semifinals of a Grand Slam, so hopefully that's not going to happen.
Hopefully that is not going to happen. Now to the women's, and Ons Jabeur, the Tunisian, dominated 9th seed Petra Victova, winning 6-0, 6-3 to make the last 8. She has revenge on her mind as she faces Elena Rybakina in the quarterfinals.
Difficult match, I'm probably going for my revenge. It was a difficult final last year. It's gonna bring a lot of memories. I'm hoping to play like today and just get the win, because she's an amazing player, and you can see she's like boom boom all the time. She had no mercy with her, so let's see what's gonna happen.
So that is it there from Ons Jabeur. Now let's take a look at the women's quarter-final draw, and Iga Swiatek, who is number 1 seed, plays against Elena Svitolina in the first quarter-final game, and Jessica Pegula plays against Maria Vondrousova. Pegula is 4th seed when it comes to the women's, and Ons Jabeur, who is 6th seed, plays against Elena Rybakina, who is also 3rd seed. And then we have that is Madison Keys, 25th seed, against Arina Sabalenka, who is the 2nd seed. That will be all for sports this morning on Sunrise. My name is Kelvin Owusu Ansah. Have a brilliant morning. Johnny Hughes and the rest of the team take over shortly, but DJ Abiam is always around to save you with some very fine tunes. Well, thanks to everyone. We'll be having a lot more. Stay on 3news.com as well as 3 Sports GH for a lot more sports stories.